Hi, I'm James Meeson. This is How to Use the Internet. Okay, hello Internet, and we're back. Today, we're going to use the Google account that we just created to make a Google Drive. So, you can, if you're already signed into your Google account, you can click here and then click on Google Drive and get it that way. Or you can just open a new tab in Chrome and go Google Drive. I will do it that way. I will click Download. Download for the desktop. We're going to set it up on our desktop here, but you can also set it up on your phone. So you can sync files on your phone, on your desktop. It's pretty cool because what you can do is like back up all your pictures and documents on your computer, and then you can open up your phone and say, hey, I want to edit this document or show a friend your pictures. I back up my memes folder so that I can easily access my memes so that if I'm out with friends or family, I can show them funny pictures. I also like backing up my documents for work so that, you know, if I'm not at my computer and I need to help somebody and I need to send them a document or send them a few commands or something to help them get their task done, I can open up that document on phone, copy and paste it, and email it all from my phone. It's very handy. The other thing about Google Drive is that it automatically backs up whatever folders you select, and it version controls them. So if you're somebody who works on documents like I do, that can be great in case you make a mistake and you need to roll back. So I'm just opening up the installer here and we'll say yes. And let's see, add an application shortcut. Yeah, we'll go ahead and add a shortcut to the desktop. We'll check both these boxes. That's fine for what we're doing here. Shouldn't take very long to install. It'll set it all up. All right, now we'll just say sign in with browser. That's fine. There's a few ways you can sign in, but since we're already signed into our Google account here, we'll just select it and we'll say sign in. And now it says success. So we come back to our drive. We'll close this out. We should have a little Google Drive icon down here in the window. So it just disappeared. I see. We can go ahead and enable this extension too. We like the extensions. That'll help with other various tasks. And the only other thing I'm going to have you do is just right click on Google Drive and click this little gear icon for the settings. You can see I've used 15 gigabytes for this particular account. It's a new account. I'm just doing it for demo purposes. So click on preferences. You know, it gives you a big get started with the Google Drive desktop, Google Drive for desktop, excuse me. Safely store your files, access your Google Drive from the computer, use more than one account if you want to, without having to switch. I don't particularly need the tour, but if it's something you need, go ahead and take it. It can be helpful. And for today, we're just going to add some folders, right? So we will add the typical My Documents folder. We'll just click on Documents here, and we'll click Select. We'll sync the files to the Google Drive, and we'll say Done. And that's it. Now there's nothing in My Documents. So let's show you how this works. We'll come over to the My Documents folder and we'll just make a file. We'll call this, we'll just make a simple text file. We will call it sample. We'll spell it right, sample file. We'll say OK. We'll say hello world. Alright, the infamous hello world. Close that, save it. Now when we come over here to you can see, well, sorry, let me get this out of the way. Let's see. Now what I like to do is I would just Google Drive. And you can click sign in, which we should already be signed in. And it shows that you can get more storage, but for most people, 15 gigabytes is enough. We can click our home button here. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll go ahead and say get updates. We're not using much space, so what we'll do is we'll look at our storage. Google Drive, come on, show me. There we go. Need to get this out of the way. There are no files in your Google Drive. So what we do here, these are files that are on the internet. But what we want to do is click on our computers. Oh, and it still hasn't synced up yet. So let's check and see if we can figure out why that is. And we'll click on Preferences again. So, oh, we never saved it. We got to save it. Okay. There we go. So now that we've saved it, hopefully it should be there. See, I did not save it earlier. My mistake. So now that we close this, now we come to My Computers and we come to Documents. And hey, look, our sample text file is here. If you click it, it's Hello World. Right? Very simple. But let's do something else. So now we will open our document on our computer. We'll say Hello World and we'll add a new line. This is a new line. And I can't type, so let's fix that. Now we will close it and save it. Boom. We'll come over here. I don't even think we have to refresh. I think this thing is pretty quick. It's already synced up. Now if you right click it, you can use Manage Versions. And there's two versions of the document. So this first version will only have Hello World. And the second version, or the current version, will have a new line there. Why is that important? I just wanted to show you that it automatically does version controls for you. This is great in case a file gets corrupted, or if you're like me and you're writing computer code. Sometimes you get so far into the computer code you realize that the changes you have made are not good and you want to go back to a previous version. So this helps with that. If you're a guy like me that makes documents all the time, you can sometimes want to roll back to a previous version. Maybe a previous version you had some photos, or you had a little better editing, so you can download the previous version and get those photos back out of there and put them back in the current version. So things like that. So now, just to show you this really does work, you double click on it and it doesn't do it. So let's see why. We're doing F5 here. F5 is a reload key. And when we double click it now, it says this is the new line. So there you go. Very quick, very simple demo. I recommend to back up your documents, your photos, if they're not too out of control. If you're somebody who has more than 15 gigabytes of photos, this may not be for you. You may want to just use an external USB drive. But I would do it for important things like documents, like anything financial related, taxes, any kind of code, any kind of very important work that you don't want to lose. So this is backed up into the cloud, and I trust Google to do it. There you go. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. What do you want to see? And that's it. Thanks.